joined on the phone right now by crowd control and security expert Manny Gomez. Manny, good afternoon. You there? All right, we're waiting for Manny Gomez as we continue to look at what's going on live in Union Square.
I am here.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Manny. Hi. Thank you so much for joining us. You're looking at these pictures as well. Are you seeing what's going on?
I am.
Reactions, level 4 mobilization. Help us understand what that means and your reaction to what you're seeing.
Well, level 4 mobilization is the highest level of mobilization in the New York City Police Department. That means that they are calling upon all precincts, all units, all over the city to come in and help, and have hundreds and hundreds of uniformed police officers on the ready in case they need to move in. They will also have the bike patrols, which they've been trained very well in crowd control issues and how to blockade certain crowds. And then something that hasn't been used in a very long time are the mounted units, the horse police officers on mounted police horses that are trained specifically for crowd control. And the former administration, during different demonstrations and protests, did not choose to go in that direction. We'll see what happens here. As your colleague said, this is not really that violent right now, but it is hostile. I mean, the jumping on top of vehicles, that's a crime against personal property. The fire extinguisher, that could definitely be hurt somebody. And the police's goal is to get enough resources in there right now, as we speak, in order to plan a strategy to be able to control this immense crowd in a safe and non-aggressive way, and for people not to get hurt, including the police, as much as possible.
And we have seen that, Manny. You know, at the beginning, there weren't, it seems to be, from what we were seeing from our helicopter, in the midst of the crowd, officers that we saw. Then we began to see lines of officers around the perimeter in their regular uniforms, not with any kind of riot protection or anything like that. We have Marshall Kramer with us, Manny, so stay right here with us. And Marshall, one of the things that you are learning, how police have changed how they react to situations like this since George Floyd's death.
Well, one of the things that happened after George Floyd was they were accused of something called kettling, where they were pushing people into the center and then arresting them. And what they've decided to do since then is not to do that. And I think Manny could even talk about how they changed the police procedures in the wake of what happened during the George Floyd protests. I've just been watching it from our helicopter, and a lot of the cops have their hands up. They're not pushing people. They're taking a totally different view. They're going around the perimeter, and it's a much more peaceful response. I can also tell you that the mayor has been monitoring this from City Hall with the police department, and the latest that I'm hearing is that there are over 2,000 people there. What happened was that a YouTuber was going to give away approximately 300 PlayStations, and so many people showed up that this is what happened. But I'm wondering, Manny, if you can talk about how the police changed their procedures in the wake of what happened in George Floyd and the kettling charges, which cost the city a lot of money.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Marcia. Well, different administration, different mayor, different police commissioner, different everything. So the posture during the protests a few years ago was let them go. They have the First Amendment right. Unfortunately, certain splinter groups turned away from their right to demonstrate and voice their opinion into looting, rioting, etc. And this administration, I believe, is turning the tide on that and is trying to prevent, or will try to prevent, that exact thing from happening again. And that's why we see a level 4 mobilization. and that's why we're seeing so many boots on the ground.
Manny?
Yes.
And pardon me, I just want to, again, our viewers, let them know what we're looking at, because this is the Union Square subway station. We've been told trains now are bypassing that, and boy, oh boy, you wonder about how much weight the rooftop of that can hold. We have been told that there have been arrests for obstruction of governmental administration. No reports of serious injury so far. There are advisories out on social media to tell people from the NYPD to stay away from that area, the street area, as well as the transit, although, again, the subways are stopping. We've seen buses, Manny, stuck in there. When you talk about obstruction of governmental administration, what does that mean?
Well, that basically means that you are causing an act where the government cannot perform its duty, whether it's a stopped bus, a blocked subway station that you have to bypass due to safety reasons, traffic that stands at a standstill, or obviously preventing the police from performing their duty to protect people's lives, property, and well-being. And so arrests are being made. It sends out a message that they're taking this serious. Aviation, I'm very confident, is taking very close videos of all of this to eventually identify any ne'er-do-wells that will subsequently may be arrested, maybe perhaps not today, tonight, but in the future. So aviation is in the air. They are videotaping everything and telling the troops on the ground, the boots on the ground, exactly what's going on and where the hot spots may be, so that they could perform their tactical challenge of going in perhaps into those crowds and extracting certain people that may be hurt.
And we're looking at, Manny, we're seeing officers in a perimeter type situation. We're also seeing police move in metal barriers into the area. I'm not sure which side. Okay, that gives us a perspective. That the white top thing on the right of your screen, viewers, that's the subway station. But yes, also the traffic, people who work in buildings, live nearby, have been told to, stay inside for now. People were standing on cars. Go ahead, Manny.
No, what I was going to say, and we have to keep in mind as well that Union Square, that's Transit Police District 4. So there's actually a police precinct right under that white rooftop there. Inside that subway station, there is a transit police station. So there's hundreds of police officers that are there deployed, I'm confident, to protect that station. So far, what I see is the police trying to use as much restraint as possible while they gather their significant resources and try to come up with a game plan to try to end this in a peaceful manner.